Welcome. Welcome to the Living in Utah live question and answer session here. Thursday evening, I try to make it 8 p.m. every week. I know I've missed the last 2 weeks. Little bit of a vacation, so at the end of summer. Actually, I feel like I've been gone so long. The last time 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was still sun was shining outside. The days are getting shorter. It's now starting to get dark. So on tonight's video, I want to talk about the real estate market, what happened last month, how does it compare to some of the previous months. I try to do this at the end of the month, give you an idea where we're at in the market. Are we up, down? Is it crashed? And give you some real live data, just the median price when you combine everything, townhomes, $1 million homes that have sold, et cetera, et cetera. What's the median price in some of the popular counties that we have? So we'll start at let's start at Cache County, the northern eastern portion of Utah, cities like Logan, Hiram, North Logan, Nibley. In August, average price is $417, down slightly from July, $424, which was down slightly from June of $433. So a little bit of a decrease in Cache County. As far as the number of homes that sold, it's about even, 129 in June, 119 in July, and 110 in August. Not much of a difference there. Nothing really significant. Let's take a look at the next county down, which would be Box Elder County. Cities like Tremont, Brigham City, and small cities like Honeyville, Deweyville, quite a few around that area. We're looking at median price and end of August of $410,000. Slight bump or considerable bump from $384,900 back in July. But that $384,000 was down a little from June of $404,000. I mean, it took like a $20,000 decrease, and now we're back up about $20,000. So pretty much staying steady. I would consider that staying steady. Transaction count, not much has really dropped off. 72, then in July is 57, and in August we finished at 68, all around the same area numbers wise. So no significant decrease in the amount of homes that have sold. And as we drop a little bit further into Weber County, cities like Ogden, Plain City, Pleasant View, South Ogden, North Ogden, Roy, West Haven, Far West. We finished a month at about 435, slight increase, very similar to Box Elder County, where in June we were 429, July it dropped to 413, now we're back up to 435. So very similar pattern that we just saw in the previous county. Transaction count is about the same. In June, we were 311, 299 in July, 311 back in August. Not much difference on transaction count. Drop down to Davis County. Cities like Layton, Kaysville, Syracuse, Bountiful, West Bountiful, North Salt Lake. We finished August at 517,500, slight increase from July of 505, but pretty much getting back up to where we were at. We were at 525 in June, dropped down about $20,000. Now we're up about $12,000 from July. Transaction count, very similar, maybe down just a little bit. We were 389 in June, 368 in May. We finished at 321. Of course, July was 315 properties sold. But no significant increase or decrease that we are noticing. And as we go into Salt Lake County, our largest county, Salt Lake City, Riverton, bundle of cities, we finished at $520,000, slight decrease from July at 527, only down maybe just around $7,000. Transaction count is about very similar. In June, we were 1103. July, we dropped down to 1047. And in August, 1120. Most of the counties that I pulled up so far, we're seeing that in July, we had a little bit of a decrease. Maybe some of that's to do with we have July 4th and we have July 24th. July 24th is a state holiday, and you have July 4th. Times of the month when there's a lot of people that are out of town, camping, enjoying the summer, visiting family, taking kids on summer vacation. So maybe that plays a little bit into that time frame. So we drop down to Utah County, cities like Provo, Orem, Lehigh, Saratoga Springs. We're looking at $499.9, almost exact as July. July finished at $500,000. So very, very similar transaction count. We were 707, up a little bit from July, 674, down a little bit from June's at 772. But once again, that July time period, maybe the holiday affects a couple sales here or there, gets maybe pushed from July into August with the holidays, et cetera, trying to get banks going, trying to get closings going, finance and inspection. Your inspectors are taking more days off in that month, and your mortgage companies are taking more days off in July than in June and August with the holiday. So that might fall into a little bit of a decline. Some of them sales get pushed into like the 1st of August. Okay, so we'll look at the southern half of the state. Washington County, popular city down there would be St. George. See what we have. 500,000. Finished the month at 500,000. Slight bump from July of 490. But we actually are down from, well, we were at 525 in June. We were 572 back in April. So a little bit, overall, I would consider that a little bit of a decrease in that area. Transaction counts very similar, 146, 138 in July, 174, 199. I guess you could consider a little bit of a decrease because we were most of the year 184. So it's has dropped off a little bit to 146. We were in the upper 100s, like 173, 199, 184. Maybe a little bit of a decrease on transaction count. That is some of the major, or some of our bigger counties, or the more popular counties, I should say, that I get asked about. A lot of people get asked about. So, coming out again to Ogden, October the 6th. Good. Prices seem to be increasing again. We're pretty much staying steady. Pretty much staying steady is what I would consider it at the moment. Thoughts on Ivory Homes as a builder? Well, I definitely, I'm not going to say too much negative about any builder, but in general, in my opinion, I built homes before, so I know what it takes. My opinion is, with any builder, if you go into the transaction thinking, I pay my money, and at the end, I will have a quality product. I would not assume that at all. It's definitely you have to keep on top of everything throughout the steps to make sure things are done. When you notice any kind of flaws, to get them pointed out, et cetera, et cetera. And every build that I'm a part of is weekly. Weekly, I'm stopping by, find out, what looks, where we at, what does it look like, was things damaged, things not been attached, et cetera, et cetera. I think that is one of the best ways to get quality possibly in a build. It's tough for any builder. So that's just my thinking is that, and even it doesn't matter what price range you're in. I mean, I've represented people, millions of dollars, and you'd be amazed at some of the quality that you receive that sometimes has to be pointed out and redone, fixed, et cetera, et cetera. So that's to go with any builder. Ivory Homes is one of Utah's larger builders that we have in the state. They have been around for many years. Any more questions this evening? I'm going to call it an evening. Appreciate everybody who came on. And if you do have any questions, always can email me or text me, and I will do my very best to respond. Thank you.